Hey there, and welcome into the Success Blueprint for the New Economy. Got a great video for you. Going to be talking about what we believe here. What is the new economy and why it is so critical that your business, your practice, stay ahead of it. Learn the new consumer. Understand how you can do things completely different to grow your practice in an easier way, a less chaotic and stressful way, and reduce advertising costs. Got a lot of great information that we're going to talk about, like I said, about what we believe, how we go about things here at New Patient Group, and what we do to make sure our customers, who are the biggest names in this industry, how we are keeping them ahead of the rest of the industry, and how we're constantly making sure that they are innovating and staying 5 years ahead of everybody else. Before we dive into all of that, though, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Brian Wright. I am the founder and CEO of New Patient Group, as well as our sister company, RightChat. If you're a podcast listener or just want great innovative ideas how to grow your practice, your business, how to advance your life, employees out there, advance your career, I am the host of the New Patient Group podcast that'll give you all of those ideas and more. I am faculty and a speaker for Align Technology, the makers of Invisalign, something that I'm really proud of because it really showcases the success our customers have, why the big names we are the go-to voice for, again, to improve their life, the careers of their employees inside the practice, as well as their business. I have been featured in Dental Economics Ask the Expert section. I have had over 22 companies. Some of those companies and me personally have been featured in Forbes, CNBC, and the National Journal. I am a former professional baseball umpire, as a matter of fact, and I have some quotes that they featured me in the National Journal, if you ever want to check that out. I'm an international motivational speaker, business and life coach. I get so much out of, and it excites me so much to advance the lives of our doctors, advance the lives of the team members inside their practices and the careers of those employees, as well as doctors, your businesses out there. Look, you're entrepreneurs. I am a serial one that have had companies all over the world, and there are really cool things that we do with my expertise, having owned that many companies, some not successful and a lot very successful, in bringing that knowledge inside your practice to keep you ahead. Like I said, I'm a speaker for Invisalign, OrthoFi, and other companies, and if you're a book reader, a really good book called Level the Curve, written by our customer of RightChat and New Patient Group, Dr. Jamie Reynolds, says in that book that I am the best in the business. So I thank you for allowing me to introduce myself. It's something that, we are very passionate here at New Patient Group about what we do. Most importantly, though, we are passionate about what we believe. And I personally founded this company many years ago under the principal belief of we believe experiences, or lack thereof, drive culture, new customers, patients, sales, revenue, and referrals. This is true for any business in any industry, especially ones that are commoditized. If you type in Invisalign into Google and there's 30 practices come up within 10 minutes of somebody's house or 20 minutes, is no different from a consumer buying cycle than if you type in an Italian restaurant and 8 options within 10 miles pull up in your house. Right? Experiences will drive results, but also lack thereof. If you are not working on experiences, which includes thousands of ingredients, your culture will suffer. Your new patient acquisition, right? How many people are calling you and showing up will suffer, right? Your sales, revenue, profit, and so many more things that you see on here will suffer. But if you're constantly focused on experience, like the famous companies, these will drive forward like you cannot believe, as proven by a lot of different studies. And one of those studies that I want to talk to you right now as part of the new economy is that 91% of people surveyed by Harris Interactive, this is up 3% from just a couple years ago, right? This is something we're constantly studying, constantly challenging ourselves to come up with new content for our doctors, our practices, to stay ahead of this stuff. Is 91% of people surveyed said they would choose and or remain with a business because of the experience. And like I said, experience doesn't mean nice, right? Experience involves thousands of ingredients. Some of those ingredients we're going to be talking about today, right? And there's 2 experiences, right? You've got to be great at your product, right? You got to be a great clinician. Restaurants got to be great chefs and great food. But every business has 2 experiences. They have their product and or their service, but they also have the non-whatever they do experiences that ultimately will determine how successful they are. And that's what we're going to be talking about here a little bit more in how we go about getting our vision of experiences driving the results implemented into practices. And there's 3 ways. The very first way we go about it is coaching and consulting. You know, consulting is more the normal word in this industry, but really what we are is coaches, right? Consultants will give you some ideas and leave. The idea when I founded this company was to be a division of your practice, if you will, that is coaching you and guiding you and holding you accountable and making you role play and practice. And yes, a lot of times do the things you don't want to do. Just like a personal trainer makes sure that you stay in shape, a lot of times they make you do things you don't want to do. That's a big part of what we do. So we are really more coaches than we are consultants, right? And there's different ways we go about that coaching. And first and foremost is our Doctor Mastermind group. This is a fantastic group of doctors, some of the most forward-thinking clinicians you can possibly imagine. And we do a lot of things in the Mastermind group. We have private Slack channels. The doctors come to my house here in Colorado Springs for school life and business events, and we go hiking together and cook together and come out with, you know, just better on the other end. We've got our monthly mastermind session where our doctors all come together on Zoom, our yearly in-person event, and a lot of other really cool things involved in the mastermind group. And this is a real cool think tank that really pushes people forward clinically and on the business side. And it's a really close-knit group that I'm really proud to call my friends. Some of my closest friends in the world are our customers. It's something I'm very proud of here. I know their kids, they know mine. Like I said, they stay at my house, I stay at theirs. It's a really awesome group of people, and it's a wonderful coaching service. The other one is our live boot camp intensives. This one's really neat for a lot of different reasons, but on our website, we have a calendar of different ones that we launch. And about every month, we're launching a new one. And this is where our employees of different practices come together and they share the journey and they go through some real, I put intensives on there because we role play with the team members, make them practice, put them in difficult situations, right? So this topic, it could be about anything. It could be about the new patient phone call. It could be digital workflow. It could be culture-based. It could be a lot of different areas that I'll reference here in just a little bit, but it's our employees from different practices coming together, working to get better as a group, and going back and being a better employee and offering more value to the practice they work for because of it. On-demand courses, we have hundreds of hours, just like you're watching now, hundreds of hours that cover every aspect of the practice environment. We are always coming up with new things, and these on-demand courses focus on every position in the office, which I'll reference when we get to what we do. I'll reference this a little bit more, but the on-demand courses are great. It allows you to automate your new employee onboarding, as well as the most important thing a lot of people leave out is the repetition of training, right? Watching the videos repetitively, role-playing repetitively, not only makes sure that you keep getting better, but it makes sure the implementation of things, once you get it installed, doesn't go backwards. We also have our NPG iconic events. These are awesome. Tons of our customers are saying they're not going to any other event ever again. There's 2 of these as I do this video a year. As I do this video right now, we have 2 of these every year. It's at our training facility here in Colorado Springs, right at the base of the mountains. It's in a 5-star hotel lodge. We have a party the night before this starts. We have a party over at my house, which is just right down the street, and it is a blast. The employees love it. The doctors love it, and our customers get together, they learn. And these events, I want you to think Tony Robbins, Shark Tank when you think of these events. This will take you so far out of orthodontics or whatever doctor you may happen to be, and this will really get you outside your comfort zone and get you way better when you get back inside the practice environment from a leadership standpoint, from just how you perform, from an efficiency, conversion standpoint, et cetera, et cetera. And we also have a la carte. You can add private online sessions with us as well as on-site sessions. So we do come to practices and we do coach you personally on those Zoom sessions to make sure you're getting the most out of the program. And you can a la carte those as needed, right? You can bring us in as many times as you want in a year, as few times as you want. You can do online sessions with us as much as you want or as few as you want, or as little as you want. And when you combine these, it is an absolutely powerful, powerful coaching program, unlike anything else in the industry. So the second way we go about doing things here with New Patient Group to make sure that we get our vision installed is digital marketing. And a lot of great areas, a lot of things we cover here, a lot of great services with digital marketing. The team is fantastic, very forward thinking, studying the consumer, always challenging ourselves to tweak our services. Same way with our coaching and consulting services. The first way with digital marketing we go about things are very personalized, customized website designs, as well as a guaranteed first page search ranking. All right, I'm gonna repeat that, a guaranteed first page search ranking. We put the money where the mouth is, vice versa, and we make sure that you are on the first page. Our sites are functional, they look beautiful. One of the things that we do is professional photography coming to the office, making sure no different, like someone's shopping for 6 different Italian restaurants. Part of that experience that's gonna drive the results for that restaurant is how the menu is showcased on the website, is the chef on the YouTube station, right? How does that digital marketing presence, just from an experience standpoint, how does that differentiate that restaurant? No different than you, no different than you. And I'm gonna talk more about that here in just a second, right? Organic social media marketing and management. This comes with a lot of personalized assignments. We only post custom content, right? We're a family-owned business, just like you probably are. You deserve the best, and that's what we deliver. All right. Also, YouTube video marketing. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. 51% of Gen Z women, as it stands today, find their information via video search on TikTok. The list goes on why you must be doing video on social media. You must be doing consistent YouTube videos. It even controls your search rankings on Google now, right? And we offer a lot more services as well. So we can do these together as well. So we've got the first, and how we do it is coaching and consulting, like I talked about. And then we've got the digital marketing, or you can go about a combination of both, which is really why I founded this company years ago, because when you combine these two together, you have the best of both worlds and your brand becomes a story, right? And I'm going to showcase what I mean by that here momentarily. Let's talk about what we do for a moment. And this is something I'm extremely passionate about because I've helped these type businesses before, right? What we do is we install the famous experiences of 5-star hotels and Michelin star restaurants into healthcare practices, because you are no different, a people business just like them. I think that goes forgotten sometimes, right? The 5-star hotels know that the hotel room comes with the experience. That's not what they're selling. It's no different than you. You are not selling Invisalign. You are not selling the treatment modality. That is coming with the experiences that you offer. When you think that way, you will dominate like you cannot believe. So going back to what we do is we install 5-star hotel and Michelin star restaurant experiences into businesses to create a winning dominant culture, increase their new customers or patients, sales and revenue, while reducing the chaos, stress, and advertising costs that frustrate so many of you out there, right? It doesn't have to be hard. But these are things like I talked about. I have worked with hotels before, worked with restaurants before, Michelin star restaurants before, and we just found a niche inside the healthcare space, and it's just been an awesome ride. It's been an incredible ride, right? And looking at this, you say to yourself, okay, experiences, but what does that involve? Right? Well, one of the things I'm a renowned expert in, companies have hired me all over the world to speak about these things to restaurant groups, hotels like I talked about, and so many more people-first businesses, is these things that you see on the screen. Leadership. You cannot have a Michelin star restaurant. You cannot have a 5-star hotel without great leadership that creates a culture that allows everything else that you want to do to actually get installed. It is always the best marketing investment. It's also the hardest a lot of times because a lot of change comes with it. But we coach leadership to create that dominant culture. Hospitality. Hospitality has thousands of ingredients, right? It's not about smiling and being nice. That's part of it, right? So hopefully you already got that part down, but hospitality comes with so many things. Sales fundamentals, techniques, tactics, strategies, something that we teach at a very, very high level to make sure experiences are carried out. Understand, without high-level sales fundamentals, you cannot have high-level experience. The Michelin star restaurants know that if they train their waiters on sales, right, the table's going to get a great, beautiful experience because of the presentation and verbiage and communication skills that you see on here that we teach too. But guess what? The table's going to spend a lot more money, right? But the table feels great about it. All of these skill sets, right, that is what we teach all over the world and found this niche. And now we're teaching these to doctors, office managers, the clinical assistants, right? If you can teach these to clinical assistants, you cannot believe what will happen to your patient compliance, referrals, video testimonials. Like your treatments are going to get done on time or early because people are more compliant. And it's all about really turning your patients into super fans of your business, of your practice. These skill sets allow that to happen. Right? Receptionists, treatment coordinators, hygienists, if you happen to be a dentist out there, and then all other positions in the office as well. The reality is when you apply these to these positions in your office, you are able to showcase the people first business that you are, and you will crush other people in your community and beyond. Now, when you also implement this, you will install something that is the most beautiful thing I believe a business owner can have, an entrepreneur can have. And it's also the most misunderstood terminology in business by far, I believe. I hear people throw around the word customer service like it's going out of style. But there is a specific definition that the five-star hotels and Michelin star restaurants, it's a specific definition they all go by. Matter of fact, in the Ritz-Carlton, this is in their boardrooms, in their break rooms, etc. And when you take the experiences, when you take those skill sets and you train your people on them, hardcore, heavy, right, you will achieve the most beautiful definition there is. And that is when you receive what you want from your prospective patients, right? The new patients that are shopping around online or picking up the phone and call you and showing up to your door that you want to eventually buy from you, as well as your existing customers, your existing patients, the one that you want to be compliant, right? Refer their sister and her 2 friends and 3 brothers, right? Refer to you, write reviews about you, etc. Meanwhile, they believe they received more than expected from you. Look, customer service is about you getting what you want at the highest levels by delivering the unexpected, right? The famous companies go by that. That is what we teach, and that is what I've taught all over the world, is how you accomplish this definition as a business. Beautiful things happen when you're able to accomplish that definition. As we wrap up what we do as a company, I want to show you a really good visual, and I want you to imagine first taking in a restaurant, a Michelin star restaurant, if you will, that consumer journey, and imagine the experiences that I'm talking about and all the skill sets from leadership to sales fundamentals, consumer psychology principles, which are such a big thing that we teach and so critically important because it teaches you to know what to say, when to say, and how to say it. It really transforms the hospitality skill sets of your people. Verbiage, presentation, communication, these skill sets that we install and train every employee in the office based on what they do in every consumer interaction they have leading up to sale and after. Imagine all of this being trained in a restaurant, and imagine just the possibilities that can happen, right? As an example, right, you want to make more money as a restaurant. If you train the waiters on those skill sets, then those waiters know how to get people to buy a $180 bottle of wine instead of a glass, buy the appetizers when they otherwise wouldn't have, buy the specials instead of the off-menu items, the desserts instead of no desserts, right? And making people feel really special about it, right? You've all been to a great restaurant out there where you spend a lot of money and you are happy doing it, but the experience because of the education and how they treated you was fantastic, right? And that's obviously one part of the journey, but when you combine those skill sets that we do and you apply it to every interaction going through this consumer journey, the restaurants just dominate. And this is you, everybody. No different, right? You've got some different terminologies, but you have a consumer journey too. And this is what we do, is we reinvent it. We reinvent it by installing these 5-star hotel and Michelin star experiences into your practice. We transform the skill sets of your team because look, this is not a criticism, but hourly employees working inside the practice environment would not be hired at a Michelin star restaurant, would not be hired at a Ritz-Carlton or a 5-star hotel without going through significant training. We want to bring that same training inside your practice. And when you do, and you map out this journey, you don't need advertising. Please do not be the leadership team that thinks, more pay-per-click is going to solve the problem. The reality is your journey, no different than a restaurant. Sitting in here is hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars of lost opportunities every single year. And if you're a high quantity practice, maybe you have several locations as an example, there's potentially millions that we can help you grasp, right? Through pending treatment as an example, following up with people better to get them through the door with those skill sets. New patient phone call, overcoming price increase, right? Getting people psychologically prepared before they come into the office to purchase treatment from you. Reduce new patient no-shows with new innovative pre-arrival strategies instead of the boring, outdated things that people have always done. We use some really cool video marketing to drip to people prior to arrival to get them to show up. And by reducing your new patient no-shows, we grow practices 6 figures just by reducing the new patient no-shows. The arrival, a concierge experience that we teach, right? Digital workflow, how to use the digital workflow in a very unique way through all the skill sets that we're talking about, exam processes, presenting money, all the things that you see transform the practice environment and will put you on autopilot like you will not believe. But, and there's a big one here, is that you cannot forget one really important thing, is this journey, while so important to get people to buy, there's a whole nother side of your business, and that is people that have signed, right? That is your lifeline. That is the lifeline of your business, the blood of your business, if you will, is the people that have spent $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000+ with you. We've got to give them the unexpected experiences as well. Existing patient phone call, how the start appointments are greeted when they walk through the door. A patient has a complaint, how your team handles that complaint and turns that into a positive situation, right? How we get patients to be compliant, refer, write 5-star reviews, do video testimonials for us, right? All of that is included in our existing patient experience. And when you combine that new patient experience that you see with the journey of the existing patient experience, wow, do you turn into something special. And really a great showcase is you go from a practice that's running you, packed, chaotic, lost opportunities everywhere, to a people-first business that dominates, right? A fully efficient, fully profitable, fully digital, people-first business. And you will not believe the results when you become what we turn practices into by reinventing that journey. Look, the questions that you're asking yourself, how do I increase production, starts, revenue? How do I have more fun, less chaos, spend less money, and grow? Things like that. The questions are always the same, right? But the answers are evolving. They're ever changing. They never stop changing, right? And that's where our consumer expertise and how we know how to apply it to orthodontics and other healthcare environments is absolutely game-changing for your practice, because we're on top of those answers. And they are changing all the time, and we are changing all the time for you and making sure that you're always 5 years ahead of everybody else. So no matter what it is, if you want better culture by training your leadership team, you want more new patients, more sales and starts, better revenue, production and collections, better efficiency and profitability, if you want less stress and chaos and have more fun in the business and the practice environment, if you want to increase fees, no different than restaurants and hotels want to do same way. And when they think that, they say experience. How can we offer things that are more unique than everybody else to charge more, be more convenient, et cetera, et cetera. Higher fees, we can teach you that too, while increasing your conversion, or all the above. I appreciate you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really enjoyed spending some time with you for this success blueprint for the new economy. We look forward to you joining the New Patient Group family. And until then, we'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.